Hey guys, I'm back. It's actually been a couple of months since I did my last recording. Of course, you're not going to notice that because the course hasn't been published. But anyway, you can see by the date, February 2019. And if you look at the last lesson, you'll see the date there. I'm not even actually sure what that is. But yeah, I like to put the date there so you can see the content when it was published, and if there's any updates either in Facebook or Manychat, it facilitates me to look at the beginning of the video and see when the video had been recorded. It's very simple to see. Today I want to talk to you about growth tools, overlays, and embeddable widgets, and these would be typically found on a website. So their purpose is to drive traffic from your website over to your Messenger chatbot. So I'm going to use an example of one of the overlays, and I'm going to show you. So I'm not going to build out the flow because I don't want to make the video too long, but I'm just going to give you a really thorough demonstration on how you can set up a growth tool. So what we're going to be covering is only 6 of the growth tools, but I'm only going to be demonstrating one of them. And so there's a whole bunch of other growth tools that we will cover in subsequent videos further down this page. So this will be the first one, and then we'll do some other growth tools further down this page. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and share my screen. Cool. Okay. So another thing that's changed is I'm doing this. It's not live, but I'm not using Loom. I'm using Ecamm, and there's no pause button. So I'm hoping that this will make the videos short and sweet. So let's get this out of the way for me. You can't see what I'm doing, but alright, so what I'm going to do is just show you that right from the dashboard. So today I'm doing a demonstration on my live chatbot that is linked to my live website. So in order to set up your growth tools, you just come down on the left hand side here, you click growth tools, and then you'll get a listing of all your growth tools that you currently have. Now if you've got the pro version, it's unlimited. If you're using the non-paid version, you only get 4 growth tools. So to create a new one, just go to the top here and click new growth tool. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're going to give our widget a name. So I will call it a special offer modal, something like that. How about free dessert? I'm just making it as descriptive as I can so that I can recognize it at some other point. So now I've got the name of the widget. Now I need to choose the type. So if you hover over each of these, you'll get a description. So the bar is pretty much what I have on my website. I'll just show you here. If I go to my solutions page, it's configured to show immediately. So as soon as this page loads up, you should see the widget load up. There it comes in. So mine is designed to say our chatbots can show you our solutions, and then I've got a learn more button with send to messenger checkbox over here, and I'll tell you about the checkbox in a minute. So the other 3 types are a slide in, so an opt-in window that slides in view from from the edge of the screen, or the modal, which I think is the one I'm going to demonstrate on. A pop-up window appearing in the center of a screen, and then you got the complete page takeover, which I would recommend that you use that one sparingly. There'd be certain use cases where you would use it. I don't actually know what those use cases are, but I find them pretty annoying if I go to somebody's website and then I get this whole page takeover. The other widgets that I'm going to be talking about in this lesson is the embeddable widgets, which are a button and a box. So a box is it's an opt-in box that you can embed anywhere in your website, and that box can have a heading, it can have some text, and it can have a button, whereas the button is just basically a button. Now you could use that, let's say you have an e-commerce site, and so in Facebook, I think they have here's an example, Peter's Goodies. That's just a button, and so it's a configurable one. So that's the button there, receive updates in Messenger. Cool. Anyway, let's get back to this over here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to select the modal one. So we got 4 tabs over here, and we're going to start off on the initial state. So the description is in the middle here. You don't have to have the description. You can just leave it with the heading and the button. But in this case, I'm going to show the description, and I'm going to edit this text to free dessert. So you remember this modal is on my website, so I'm not going to be saying anything like welcome or anything like that. Free dessert with every purchase of a main dish, something like that. Okay, and then I'm going to edit this over here to say click the button below to receive your coupon in Messenger. So something along those lines. Now this button is configurable, and that's over here with your button type. So at the moment it's sent to Messenger, and when it's set on sent to Messenger, you cannot change that. It has to stay as sent to Messenger, but the user does not have to opt in and click a checkbox. If you use it with a checkbox, then you can customize the message here, send me my dessert, basically. But the user has to then select this over here to be able to click the button. So yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but it looked like it was defaulted on ticked, and there is some notice over here, breaking news, following the default state of the checkbox plugin being unchecked as of April the 9th, 2019. We will no longer allow pre-checked state. We recommend updating your plugin as soon as possible. So the pre-checked state is not allowed, so we're going to untick that. And I actually want to see if when that renders, if it stays unselected. So I'm just doing some testing while I'm doing this video. So I'll just leave that as send me my dessert. I prefer to have the send to Messenger, especially because I said click the button below to receive your coupon in Messenger. Now the colors are all configurable. You can change the text color. You can change the background. You can change a checkbox size. You can change a checkbox skin. So that's that over there. If I change that to dark, this is weird because it's now light, and light on a green background, on a white background, sorry. If I change this here, you'll see that it shows up. But I am going to just revert this all back and change this back to dark. But I don't actually get, it's sort of like back to front. I'm going to drop an image in here, and the reason I'm dropping an image in is because I want to create some kind of continuity from the website into the chatbots. So I do now have a welcome thing on my thing. It just says welcome to Angelo's. Okay, so free dessert with every check-in and purchase. So I've got that in the image. So what I can do is just take that description out. And change this to click the button below to get your coupon in Messenger. Something like that. So I'm just going to save that quickly because I'm pretty happy with that. And the image placement, we can change that to there, but in this particular case I was happy with where it was. And then when does it display? So you know this pops up in the middle of your website, on your page. There's options here. It can show like when it's 30% scrolled, or you can change that percentage. It could also show after a number of seconds have passed, or it could just show as immediately. So I'm just going to take it as immediate. And then you have options here to show it again to the same user. So let's do this. I'm going to show the description, and I'm going to put in here only available today. So now I've got a use for the description. So what I'm going to do here on these settings is I will never show it again. So if the user comes back to this page, that will never ever show to them again. And yeah, so we're going to test it and see how that goes. I like to always save things, and I'm also going to preview it on a mobile device and see what that looks like. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now we're going to move over to the submitted state. Now you've got two options here. You can create a message like that says thank you for redeeming our offer. Let me just go. Thank you for redeeming our offer. Hope to see you soon. And then you can show or hide the description, and you can edit this text in there as well. This doesn't really do much. I'm not 100% sure because the user will have already gone to Messenger. It's just like a double check to make sure that they follow through to Messenger. It could be that it'll open up the Messenger in a web browser on a laptop. So yeah. Anyway, it's there and it can be used. The other option is to put in a URL to a thank you page that you have on your website. So those are your choices. And again, colors are customizable, so you can match your branding, and you can put in an image. So now we can go next, or we can just go to the opt-in actions. So I just want to demonstrate to you something here as part of this lesson. If I, in the initial state, use send to messenger button, that one there, that doesn't require you to opt in. In my opt-in action, I can automatically add a subscriber to a sequence. So that's available for me. If I change this back to with the checkbox, so where I can customize the button and the user has to opt in, then in the opt-in message, I don't get a choice to subscribe a user to a sequence. So another little thing that you need to know. I don't like to use the subscribe to a sequence. I like to keep them in my flows. So here we got the opt-in message. So we can replace the message. If you click that, you can go and select any message that you have pre-made, or you can just edit this on the fly. Now, I can't use this tag that's over here, because if I go into my widget design, opt-in actions over here, please note variables, for example, the first name variable, are not supported in the initial message of the opt-in message in widgets with checkbox plugin. After a user becomes your subscriber, variables will work correctly. So because I'm using the checkbox plugin, I cannot use variables. So when I edit this message, I will then take that out. So what I will do is try this and see if this works. Add an image. So this is where I'm creating this continuity. Now, I'm interested to see if this actually works. And I might just put in here just get rid of this. Welcome. I think emojis can work. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, so how about we go okay, I'm just going to, I like to leave the type stop thing there so people can unsubscribe if they want. So just how about bring this message in to get your free dessert on purchase of an entree. Something like that. And now I'm not going to build this out anymore, but we totally could put conditions and put a button there for them to subscribe and stuff like that. So we can do that in another lesson, but yeah, for now, I haven't seen Cynthia for 30 years or something. So yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to publish this. Oh, before I publish, I just want to show you that if I go to back here, opt-in actions, see this yellow dot? Anytime you see a yellow dot, it says this flow has an unpublished draft. Mind that users receive content of published flows only. So that message that I created, it's gone. Okay, so what you have to do is click edit. This is your edited message, and then you click publish. And when it's published, that that yellow dot goes away. Okay, just a tip for you. Now we're coming into more detail about this Groth tool. So this Groth tool, Manychat provides JavaScript. Okay, so before I go and grab that JavaScript, I need to show you that you can show this on specific pages or just on one page. So let me go here and let me just take that page there. And so I've told Manychat that I just want to show it on that page. And if I could have it on all pages and just hide it on some specific pages, like I might not want to be showing that on my sales page or thank you page type of thing. And then I've got options. I can show it on mobile and desktop only or mobile only. And then the JavaScript, if I click on that, okay, first of all, on the right hand side here I will get the code that I need, but you need to authorize your website, and that again is in Facebook's notes over here. It's called whitelisting your domain. Okay, so they got some information there on whitelisting your domain. You have to whitelist your domain, and so what I've done is I've put my website in there, and yeah, that's an important thing to do. I don't recall putting Manychat in there. I don't think I needed to. That's my development site. So anyway, you click over to B. You just click on copy code to the clipboard, and this you have to place into the head of every page of your website. So you copy that. I'm actually going to show you now how to do that. So if I just close this and I go to my dashboard, you go to, so if you're using WordPress, this helps you. You've got to look for appearance, and then you go to editor, and then in editor you got to look for the header.php file, that one there. Just wait for that to load. Okay, now you've got to look for the head tag that's over there, and I wonder if a Command F, yeah, Command F will show your header tag. And so then what you've got to do is just come there underneath that and just paste in that code that you got from Manychat. Simple as that. If you're not comfortable with this and you don't want to break your website, then certainly just the stuff that you copy, you just send that over to your developer. Now that's what you got to do for the overlay widgets. If you're using the Embeddable, the button and the box, you get some code that you have to put into your website where you want that button or that box to show up. So that's all that you need to do with regard to. So I've already got this installed, so I am not going to update that. I'll just go back to my dashboard, and I'm going to leave that. And let me just go to my site. While that's loading, I'm going to come here and I'm going to save this again. Now, if you ever try something and it doesn't work, what I want you to do is always make sure that it is active. Now, this is a new feature in Manychat. It allows you to check the widget. So it's automatic as soon as you try and activate it. So I'm going to hit check widget, and there we go. First step, and immediate subsequent step enabled via continue to another step can only be of type send message. Okay. So what that is saying is that I cannot use the image. It can only be a message. So we'll edit this and we'll get rid of that. And then what I'll do is I will probably add a button here. Get coupon, done, and then I'll do send message again, get this image, and that's loading up there, get rid of that. Okay, so I'm not going to do more than that. I'm going to publish that and come back to my get this set up, see if I can make it active, check the widget. Okay, so the widget is activated. Now to check it, I'm just going to get the target page, which is my solutions page. That one, so I'm just going to copy that URL and drop it in here. Checking the widgets. What this is saying on the right is that's an automatic check, but they advise that we check manually as well. So check is completed, no errors found. Cool. That should all be ready to go. And there it is. So my chat widget is installed on this page as well. That has popped up. My opt-in is set to default. I remember explicitly taking that out, so I think that's something Manychat has to deal with before April. And so what I'm going to go is send me my dessert. Click that. See, it came through already. I didn't have to click on this. So let's close that. If I go here, here's my thing. Bring this message in to get your free dessert. Get the coupon. And there's the continuity from the website into the chatbot. And of course, underneath here, I could have some more conversation and like how to redeem the coupon and stuff like that. And also, I'll be able to take, like, you know, it could be like show this, you know, when you finished your meal, and we can collect the users the amount of money that they spent, so we can track return on investment for a campaign like this with Messenger. Cool. So what happens if we, where is it? Over here. What happens if we click on that? It just opens up another Messenger window. So yeah. Not sure. It's probably if that window wasn't open already. So we can just close that, and yeah, we're done. That's how easy it is. But now I mustn't forget to go back in here to this and just deactivate it. Otherwise, people will be coming to my website as a digital marketing agency and wanting to get some free dessert. So, if I go back here and I only set it to show once only because I put the scarcity in there, so it wasn't going to show again anyway. But guys, that is it for this lesson. I hope you got some value out of that, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Ciao.